And so the moment the man adopted the way of rebellion, the Bible said he fell from glory. Romans chapter 3 verse 23, he said, for all have sinned and falling short of the glory of God. So when Jesus came, amongst other things, the errand of Jesus was to restore us back to glory, was to bring us back to a glorified realm of existence. This is why Romans 8:30 said, when he justified us, he also glorified us. In John 17:22, Jesus was praying. He said, the glory that you have given me, I have given them. Peter was reiterating this emphasis in 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 3. He said, according as his divine power, he has given us all things that pertains to life and godliness through the knowledge of him that called us unto glory and virtue. So God designed for us to live in glory. But you see, when you read the Bible, you are going to discover that there is a gap between justification and glorification, and there are a few things that fill that gap. 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 3 reveals to us that one of the things that fills that gap is knowledge. So you find all of us seated here, we are supposed to be living a glorified order of life, because we have already been justified and we have already been glorified. But the bridge between justification and glorification, Peter said it is the knowledge of him. He said, according as his divine power, he has called us. He has called us to a life of glory and virtue. He said, but it is through the knowledge. That's why the Bible said that the children of God perish because they lack knowledge. So a man can be glorified, but he won't walk in glory if he doesn't know how to translate from justification to glorification. And the first thing he needs to have is knowledge. The moment you begin to grow in knowledge, you see that glory begins to issue out of you. He said, we are with unveiled face, beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord. We are changed. We are changed from one level of glory to another. So knowledge is prime in this kingdom. But knowledge is not the only thing that brings us to glory. The second thing that moves us from justification to glorification is to walk by faith. If we don't know how to walk by faith, although God has glorified us, but glory will appear far-fetched. This is why you see many believers, their lives look so pitiable, and you are wondering why are they like this with everything Jesus has done? Is it that Jesus came to die in vain? No, he didn't come to die in vain. The problem is that they don't know how to apprehend what has been made available. First, they don't have knowledge. So although they are God's people, everything God brought was for them, but they can't walk in it. Then number two, they can't function in it because they don't walk in faith. The Bible speaking in James chapter 1 verse 6 and 7, it says, any man that wavers is like the wave of the sea that is tossed here and there. And he said, let not that man expect to receive anything from God. He said, for an unstable man he said, for a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So people who don't have faith, who don't walk in faith, the Bible said they are tossed to and fro like the wave of the sea. It said, although God has much to give them, they can't receive it. You remember Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6 said, anybody who comes to God must believe that he is, and that is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So if you don't walk in faith, you can't receive what God has made available. This is why the Bible is admonishing that the justified must live by faith. This is one of the scriptures that is written verbatim 4 times in scriptures. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4, the just shall live by faith. Romans 1:17, the just shall live by faith. Galatians 6:11, the just shall live by faith. Hebrews 10:38, the just shall live by faith. Emphasized 4 times, because everything in God that you will enjoy is tied to it. If you don't function by faith, you cannot enter into the glorified order of life that God has prepared for you.